Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. This is Santos Live TV, and with me, I'm Kaytouch Beats, having a very wonderful visitor with me. Allow me pass on the mic to him so that he can introduce himself.
Yes, hello Africa. A big up to Africa and the African diaspora. I'm called Lieutenant Lwassa Sharif Tindifa, and I'm the chairperson of the African Liberation Front. Uh, Actually, we've been operating on media. I guess a lot of people been following us and the kind of
Alright.
message we're passing on about Africa. So I'm very glad to be with you guys. Thank
Oh,
you.
we are most honored to have you on our show.
Yeah,
And more, I want to know. Okay, our viewers there outside want to know more about the African Liberations Front. What are your objectives? When did you start? Something like that.
yeah, really. Actually, the African Liberation Front has been here for 3 years, and we started in November 24th of 2022. And right now, we're operating actually. Uh, we have a lot of members in Africa, and those coming from the diaspora. We all have them as members, more especially our fellow Africans that feel because our main objective is African unity, revival of our dignity, our
Okay.
culture and traditional norms, and actually we feel so happy when we're together as Africans and get united together. That's why we started the African Liberation Front so that we could mobilize our African people, those of the African diaspora and those back home, so that we get together and
Okay.
unite and make Africa great again like it was before. And so, because we've been trodden on for a long time, you see, our African youth have been mistreated in Asia once they go there for labor work, and some of them in the West have been mistreated. When you remember, like case of our Black Lives Matter, we all came up just like right now. We all come up about Ibrahim Traore's matter because he's our brother. And
Yeah.
so that's the kind of mindset we want with every African, whether home or diaspora. We want all of us have a mindset of knowing we are same family, we're same people, because I guess it's every African's wish to see that we got one identity, one phone code,
Yes.
one passport, we got one currency, one leader. So that is some of the objectives of African Liberation Front.
Well, that's something huge.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So I would like to ask you more about the African Liberations Front.
yeah,
So what is the impact of this because I see it's bringing the unity, the
yeah,
African unity.
yeah.
So what do you think about the impact of the African unity?
Yeah, the impact of African unity. One, I'm going to talk about it. Uh, the impact of African unity, one, to us as Africans, those back home in Africa and those in the African diaspora. For example, our raw materials, have been taken so cheaply by
Yes.
the West and the Arabs, and then after they manufacture, they bring back already made goods and sell them to us at a very high price. So you find that they get a lot of profit than us,
Mm.
the owners of the material. And actually, our mineral resources have been forcefully exploited by the West, those previous colonizers who are still sticking on us. They keep creating, they come in pretense of supervising their organizations.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the white supremacist organizations like UN, USAID, World Food, World Health Program. All those are white supremacist organizations that are keeping the foreigners in our land. Uh, Yet the intention is to come and exploit our mineral resources forcefully. But once we unite, every African must be rich because we're already rich with the resource we have. We already rich by the climate we have, by the geographical position we got as Africa. Once we come together, we can have a lot of industrialization at a higher rate. We're gonna have uh, development at a high rate. We're going to have a very strong currency that shall beat world economy. That's why you find that uh, when you go to the side of the West and the Arabs from Asia, they don't like us united because they benefit from our division. Now, they know once we get united, we shall have one price for everything sold from Africa, wherever you buy it.
Yeah.
And we shall have a mutual understanding that we got to benefit a lot from our resources that they don't have. They will be depending on us. Now, most of all, they're scared. Actually, I had President Trump himself talking about addressing the nation of the USA, telling them they should not accept and allow us to get united. And like I had him say that all the mineral resource in Africa belongs to them. No, 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 it's not right. It's only because we divided. It's why they're creating such uh, insults to us. But once we united, we shall have a one strong army to defend our people and our resources. So, for us as Africans, even our brethren in the diaspora, they will have to come back home because Africa is a paradise. So, once we unite, we shall make a paradise on earth and everybody shall enjoy it. And now the West is scared because they know their children will have to come here in search for greener pastures, like ours have been fooled to be going there for greener pastures, but the greener pastures are found in Africa. So you get the kind of impact both sides. But we as Africans, we have a positive impact, and the West have a negative impact on it. But it's all right to unite. They're not concerned about our unity. All they're concerned about is the division of Africa. Yeah, so you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, you have heard it from the man, from the general of the African Liberation Front, General Juba Rwasa. Well, going straight forward, how do you think the education system, how do you think we can make it better so that we can get this African unity? Because the education system also involves ahead so that we
Yeah.
can change the whole system.
Yeah, exactly as you're talking really like an African. Reason being, now the current education system that we're using in all African countries, one is a colonial system that trains our people to be inferior. It trains our people to be hooligans. It trains our people to be cowards, to be parasites. You know what I'm saying? Now, for example, I may quote an example. What did the naming of a grasshopper that you underwent when you were in primary four, I guess, according to the Ghana system, in P4, you were told to name parts of a grasshopper. What has that helped you in current globalization or in social life or political, economic? Nothing. It got nothing to do with our life. We are saying we must break the colonial systems of education that were left behind to a new system of education that empowers our people to be creative, to be, innovative, to be self-reliant, and most of all, self-love. Actually, we got right now, we got a purpose of rewriting our own history as Africans because we don't need to depend on the Western system that doesn't talk a lot about us. We have to find a system that shall teach our children right from childhood that they're powerful, the descendants of kings, the descendants of warriors, they are descendants of Guineas. than the inferiority complex currently in the education system. Actually, this is my message to all the leaders of African nations and members of parliaments. Please help us join the struggle for African unity and change the education system. We are saying the current education system is a tool to keep us divided and to keep us down low. We need an education system that shall support our people. Let them learn skill, improve on agriculture and farming in general, so that our people have to benefit from it. Let we teach our children how to exploit mineral resource. We have to actually invent in nuclear technology. We got to invest a lot in IT. That's the kind of education system that shall empower our people to be great again like we used to be before. I guess you get me, brother.
Yes, I get you.
Yeah,
And I hope our viewers and listeners out there are getting you also.
yeah, right.
Please don't forget, this show is proudly sponsored by Nirvana. Take
Exactly.
only and only Nirvana.
Nirvana, our own, so proudly. And it tastes real good. Nirvana tastes real good. And try it and see. You're gonna feel so refreshed, really. And actually, big up to all the members of the African Liberation Front. Big up to those from Jamaica, Kathy Howell, and all the revolutionaries there. Big up Dr. Abu Ratata, the director of he is the director of Galaxy Afriway Radio in London. And Claude Lumumba, big up, because he's a member also in the African Liberation Front. We also got Honorable Minister Brian Ramirama, Minister of State in Uganda for animal husbandry and fishery. We got a lot of dignities, whoever dignitary is in the African Liberation Front. Big up, salute, and thank you for the much love. Let we sensitize our people. I'll be so great and feel so happy when Africa is one as the United Sovereign States of Africa. I love you so much, and brother, for real, I'm so blessed to have my African brothers around here that love to hear a message of Pan Africanism. This is a different generation. It's not a generation of belief, but it's a generation of Aquarius. We believe by seeing. We don't believe by the white supremacist book that say blessed are those who believe without seeing. No, that's actually impunity. But we believe in whatever we see, and we children of great people. Africa must rise again. We're so great, and so rich. We can never be the poor people of this world. Yeah.
Well, viewers, That's all we got for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
I can
He's
say
so excited to have it, trust this, but it's so great. Thank you, Santos, Director Santos. We on Santos Live. Thank you so much, brother, for loving Africa and hosting us. And thank you, brother Kaytouch. Yeah, I'm so great that I have you
I'm
from
honored.
the Concerned Citizen TV.
Yeah, I'm honored to
And
be here.
so, really, thank you. Big up. Let we unite is the only solution to African problems. Yeah, it's the only solution we got for African problems. Done.